Welcome to A Dude's Nerdery. We are going to unbox Black Series Asajj Ventress and compare her to Clone Wars Ahsoka Tano. We'll answer the question, who is the master of dual-wielding lightsabers? Ventress is a Zabrak from Dathomir, which is the same planet as Darth Maul. She has a very rich and layered backstory, going from a slave to a Jedi Padawan, Sith disciple of Dooku, Night Sister, and a bounty hunter. Part 1, Head Sculpt. Both figures have excellent head sculpts with facial markings, so it's going to be fun to compare them. Ventress has a bony white flesh tone with purple face markings all over her and bright red lips. Her face really looks chiseled and purposed, man. It is so cool. I really appreciate the shape of her eyes, the ridge of her eyebrow, and the color. It looks really, really cool. The bone white really helps the purple and red lipstick to pop on her face, and her markings are done very well. One of the things I'm really appreciative of is how cool her markings look in the back, even though you're not going to see a lot of it unless you're playing with the figure. Ventress looks so stern and killer-like, whereas you could see a true warmness to Ahsoka's face. Her caramel brown skin tone with the white markings on her face look really well together, and it combines awesomely with her Leiku that matches her Clone Wars outfit. She also has very nice sculpting around the eyes and a dark reddish lipstick. In looking at both figures, they're executed extremely well. I really appreciate both face sculpt. So Captain Indecisive is here for round 1 and calling this a tie. Both Ventress and Ahsoka dual wield their lightsabers. Ventress's lightsabers are a brownish gray color with black stripes painted. There's also nice detail on the top near the emitter. On the Clone Wars, the color of these lightsabers was silver. I'm not sure why they made the change to them. I really do appreciate the curved shape to them. They look really cool in her hand. They both come with belt notches, but she does not have anywhere to holster them. But what I did find out is if you position it right under her hand, it actually helps to stabilize the lightsaber and keeps it in place right where you want it. And you could show off the bend of the lightsaber this way if she's holding it up near the top by the emitter. Ahsoka Tano comes with 2 lightsabers and thick blue blades, man. These are some of the best blades in all of Black Series, and they really do stand out under the LED lights in a display. There's some really nice detailed sculpt work on these, plus the silver really pops next to her dark blue outfit. I love the splashes of black and then red on there, and then again, just really cool detail up near the top where the emitter is, and then on the bottom where you have this bulb carving. And then I really appreciate how her smaller defensive lightsaber has a slightly different sculpt to it. I gotta give this one to Ahsoka. Ventress's color is off and they are underwhelming. Ahsoka has 2 different sculpts and the blades are exceptional. Ahsoka's outfit is from the incredible Mandalore arc on Season 7 of the Clone Wars. If you take the last 4 episodes of Season 7, I would put that as the 5th best Star Wars movie of all time. Her outfit is a really cool colonial gray mixed with silver detail. You can see the silver piping coming up through here on the chest, and I love the Mandalore symbol in the middle. We also get 2 tickets to the gun show, complemented by her blue and silver gauntlets with some button detail up on the top. Belt hangs really well and is complementary in contrast to all the colonial blue going on. I love that splash of silver going right through the middle of her midriff there, and it's such a nice synergistic effect with the black pants and the gray boots. And from far away, you can really appreciate the execution on this figure. Ventress is bathed in purple goodness. From her turtleneck down to the velvet-like dress, she looks exquisite with her bone-like skin. The light purple and lilac on her gauntlets complements the wrap around her waist with a splash of purplish pink on the belt. The sash hanging down off the belt is a hard rubber, but really pops in contrast to the purple with the gold markings on it. Some collectors like Vernon Oakhurst Studios have given feedback that the stiffness of this sash does limit posing, and while he is 100% correct, I'll show you how you can use it as a counterbalance in the next segment. And she does have light purple wrap pants underneath. Ventress is definitely the belle of this ball, bathed exquisitely in purple. Alright, let's look at articulation for lightsaber duels. Asajj Ventress' neck and head both move independently of each other. So the neck itself rotates at 360 degrees, then the head looks up, looks down, and gives you awesome side tilt. And man, dude, and if you're gonna have Asajj Ventress, she better have side tilt like this for her epic banter with Obi-Wan Kenobi. One would think Ahsoka would be limited because of her Leiku, and she is looking up, and she can look down a little bit, but you do get really good side tilt for her. I'm actually really impressed at the capability of the head articulation here, and even though Ahsoka is a totally different character than Ventress, she needs some head tilt too, man. Like, both shoulders come all the way out, both elbows get greater than 90 degrees, both have hinges at the wrist that go back and forth. Ventress rotates right at the midriff in a 360 degree manner. whereas Ahsoka rotates right at the chest, so she does get more rotation at the 360-degree mark. Ventress has a pinless knee joint that gets greater than 90 degrees. Ahsoka has a double pin knee joint that gets exactly the same as the pinless knee joint right there, man. That's a real nice improvement on the figure, even though her legs are hidden by the dress. The major advantage that Ventress will have for posability is flat feet versus Ahsoka that has a slight heel. I know that they want to make the aesthetics look cool, but I will happily take the flat-footed trade-off for the heel any day just for the extra posability. This is a really stiff rubber and can get in the way. I mean, look how low it hangs down. It's right where her feet are. So if you do go to bend her and you want to get her in a pose like that, this could totally kick the body back and out of balance. So one of the things I've done is I push this forward a little bit like it's flowing in motion, and I'm using it as a fulcrum point. So as you can see there, it's actually becoming a tripod. It's a third balance point with the figure, which is actually allowing me to get her into more unique and dynamic poses than I can with Ahsoka. I have actually found it really interesting to use this as a balance lever, and now I've got her leaning forward, kind of lunging with two lightsabers. I think that actually looks really cool together. So again, it's a hindrance unless you're using it as a benefit as a tripod. Just as a quick aside, I love any time that Asajj Ventress and Ahsoka Tano are on screen together in the Clone Wars. Their banter is epic. This is actually a tough call. Both articulate well at the shoulder, elbow, and knee. Ahsoka isn't hindered by a sash, but is by those heeled boots. I'm gonna give this one to Ventress because of the upgraded head and neck articulation, pinless knee joints, flat feet, and you can use that sash as a tripod. Alright, let's have some fun and put Asajj Ventress into the Nerdery's prequel display and determine which figure has a greater impact. Ahsoka looks solid, dual wielding with thick blue blades flanked by the Ahsoka clone trooper with Mandos in the background. She's a critical part of the display and is dramatically enhanced by the Ahsoka trooper. Ventress sits front and center next to fellow bounty hunter Cad Bane. Her dual red sabers immediately draw your eye in contrast to her bathed in purple with bone-white skin. Using her sash as a tripod, it looks like she's lunging forward with the saber moving in her right hand, ready to impale her opponent. Let's recap. It's a tie for head sculpt. Ahsoka receives 1 point for lightsabers. Ventress receives points for body mold, articulation, and display impact. With a definitive score of 3.5 to 1.5, Asajj Ventress is the master of dual-wielding lightsabers. I am so thrilled to have both figures in this prequel display. They are essential, and it wouldn't be complete without either of them. Let me know in the comments below which figure you think is the master. I really appreciate you watching and sharing the joy they brought. Please like, subscribe, and ring the bell to join the noble quest of building this action figure collection. See you real soon.